Hi, I'm Mark Dice, and welcome back to Let's Play Baroque. Oh, hey, dick. No. Ooh. Really? You're doing this again? Yeah. I always get this, like, the same thing from this. My sound card sucks anyway. For a while, I was trying to use this one sound card, and I don't know. It wasn't as good as my onboard sound card, and I hate having sound cards. I don't understand why they're not just put on a motherboard and then they're done with. Like, I understand getting, like, a sound card, like a new sound card, if you want, like, richer, fuller sound. Like, you want, you know, full surround sound on your laptop. Like, you watch your movies from, or you watch your movies on your desktop, or you have, like, a PC built into your, like, TV, home, stereo network, or whatever, and you want, like, a higher quality sound, so that way you can, instead of, you know, watching DVDs, you burn your DVDs to your computer, and then you watch from your computer. Which I totally understand. Like, I want to do a setup like that at some point. But the problem is that essentially, you need a new sound card, or you use one after your sound card on your motherboard has died. So it would be like a replacement thing, like a replacement part for something that broke on your motherboard. But usually that's a sign that your motherboard's dying anyway. But I don't understand, like, getting a secondary sound card. Like, my onboard sound card worked better than the other one I'd gotten. The other one I'd gotten had all sorts of problems because of my other sound card, and I'd have to, like, every time I started up my computer, I would have to put it on, like, the no sound option, like no sound on startup and all that, and then go in and turn off my onboard sound card, which would always be on, and then turn off my other sound card and then turn it back on again. So it was a huge pain in the ass, and I don't know. It also lowered my my graphics card output because they're all connected to the same thing. So, and whatever it is, the hyper terminal or whatever connects them, couldn't handle, like, heavy sound and, like, the heavy graphics card I have. I mean, I have a 2 GB graphics card that works really well, and so I can do hardware or software modes for emulators, or whatever I'm doing. But I almost prefer doing software sound, just to get better graphical quality and better recording quality in the long run than doing it with a sound card. Because if I do software graphics, there's a little bit of lag up, but it's not bad. But when I'm running recording software, it barely runs, so it's not worth doing. But if I go and switch out and do my sound card on hardware and my graphics on hardware, either the sound will lag really badly or the visuals will go, oh wait, nice. You rarely see wing parasites. It's the only reason why I was excited. It's not that great, but so I don't know. I've kind of had to, like, fool with my settings, and now that I'm, like, done with using the sound card, my recording and overall everything is better. I do want, once I get some money, to actually get a better computer, and then try to network my computers, and then network record, which I've done with my netbook, which is really nice. But The problem is my netbook gets like tired after a little while and overheats really quickly because it's a netbook. But surprisingly, it does really good quality videos, so I don't know. But I really want like a hardcore gaming rig, so that way I can like, you know, run this at all of its max settings and run its software, run my sound software, and make sure that my hardware can keep up with it too, and that way I can record a lot more games. I'd also like it because I could record games that only record in full screen, especially a lot of older games that really pissed me off. Like, oh, trying to do System Shock 2, and I love System Shock 2. It's like one of my favorite games of all time. Doing System Shock 2, except I hate the last boss. Doing System Shock 2, and then when I do System Shock 2, play it full screen on one computer, and then have the output going to the next one. Okay. So that way I can do both. Let's send Fools back. Fool! Watch, now I'm gonna get like the last Sephiroth. I think it's a 29. I mean, I'm searching all the floors at this point because I know that it's coming up. I might not actually need it, which would be kind of weird, but I should after what I did with merging with her. I got the right ending to unlock it. I might still have to do something stupid like shoot Fist with the angelic rifle or something. Do something stupid like that in order to finish it, but fuck you. Yeah, I don't know. I just like always see, like, and I need to get a new monitor. This monitor is like old as hell. I still have a CRT monitor, just to give you an idea of how old it is. But it works pretty well for me, so I don't care. And surprisingly, it's one of the first models that they started doing the HD stuff with. So I can actually, with my graphics card, even though it eats up a little bit of graphics card memory, more than I want it to. No. 1 GB cards? I don't remember. Anyway, so, yeah, I would prefer to have, like, a digital monitor. Like, get a nice LCD monitor or something. I mean, I want to hook them up to my plasma TV, but the problem is that my plasma TV has, like, burn-in lines because plasma TVs suck. So I would like lose out on a piece of a little, like 2 lines on my screen, and it would bother the shit out of me. So, and it wouldn't like change my resolution or anything really. I mean, I actually think because my TV's 1080p, it would actually shrink my total like screen size, but it would make the screen clarity a lot better. I mean, my CRT monitor isn't 1080p, but it's whatever it is, like 1024 by 800 or something. It's really weird dimensions because it's not widescreen. It's true 1080p is always widescreen. Like the 16:9, not the 3:2, because mine is like basically the maximum 3:2 setting you can possibly have. But I don't know. I just want like a really powerful computer so that way I can process videos faster, or have it so that way I can record and process at the same time. Alright, you know what time it is? It's halftime. I'm gonna use poison for no reason, and then I'm going to use half. yourself. Don't step on that anymore. Alright. A lot of ways to go through this place. So. I don't know. I'd probably get like a really nice motherboard, probably with like 8 to 16. Even if I could, if I wanted to pay extra, get like 32 gig RAM, and then probably get a better let's do this. Oh, I should have sent the appraisal back. Motherfucker. Oh well. I still have enough space. I can send appraisal on the other fool. Yes, I should. Perfect. And then get a bunch of solid-state hard drives, and probably get like a 1 to 2 gigabyte NVIDIA card. Whatever would be like the max appropriate setting that wouldn't like destroy the computer. And then probably like a nice quad-core processor that would run effectively. Oh, not at all what I wanted to do. I meant this. I thought I had site fluid. I have AD fluid. Use that. No. Fuck you. So, I don't know. And I want to get, like, probably 2 solid-state hard drives, and, then probably, I'm trying to think of what else. I definitely want something with more USB ports, because I definitely do not have enough USB ports. I don't think computers ever have enough USB ports. I mean, I kind of want one of the Logitech Solar wireless keyboards, just because they work really well. But that might be just like an extra amenity I don't really need. But a decent sized HD monitor, maybe a dual screen function, because I'd really like to have 2 screens. That way I could dual screen record. But at that rate too, I'd have to get Delirious another monitor, because she has a nice Wacom tablet, one of the big ones, the full monitor ones that are really fucking expensive. Get one of those, and a nice CRT monitor, or a nice LCD monitor. But ultimately, that would be my dream computer. I mean, I would love to be able to afford a like freaking like a workstation computer with like 32 gigabytes of RAM, like absurd amounts of space. Get like 10 gigabytes. I mean, I don't run out of like a 10 terabyte total set of hard drives, but at the same time I don't want to, because I don't fill up these at all. I mean, my videos fill up maybe 100 gigabytes, and then I process them. They're down to like 300 to 500 megabytes. Some of them go down to like 100, but I don't have to worry about like backlog. Like, I have all of my LPs on my computer, I think, except for like 1 or 2 of them that are all backlogs, and I usually RAR them if I'm like if my hard drive is taking too long to boot. I'll like, as in like when I click on it from my computer, it takes too long, I'll start RARing up the files. Let's just go ahead and throw this at you. I wish that didn't do it. I thought it hurt them when I threw it at you. Anyway. You're so annoying. Oh, another me brand. Do I have the Crystal Sword me branded? No. Do I have the Hope Wings me branded? Yes, I do. Twisted Coat, Vampire Sword. Excellent. I could do it on the appraisal, but I want to send the appraisal back because I don't have it yet. Right? Yeah, I don't have it yet. So, Crystal Sword. Yeah, because I already have a Crystal Sword in, so I might as well... since I already have a long neck, I can just merge them both together and do the Horn Girl one. Horn Girl Sword, which I don't think is very good, but... And then throw it back, so I have another sword out. Mastered. What's this? That's food. Don't step on it. So... but I just want like a kick-ass computer. I could probably afford it if I worked for a little bit, and I really wish I had a job. So that, because if I had one and I was down here, I probably would have saved up and bought like a kick-ass computer. I mean, oh, what's out of my ear? I mean, I like this computer. Don't get me wrong, this computer is pretty kick-ass, but I would probably keep this one for, like, you know, simpler recordings and stuff like that. But I would really like to, you know, do like a send-over processing kind of thing where I can, like, record videos on one computer that gets really good quality and then just import them over to, like, this computer, have this computer process them, or vice versa, whichever would be easier. I don't know. I just think in the long run it'll make things a lot easier for me. Also, it'd be nice to be able to, because I can run UDK really smooth on this computer. The only thing is when I put a lot of things out on it, it gets really laggy, which is obvious because it's UDK. What do you expect? But when I do it, head issues. When I do it, though, I want to be able to, like, process things a lot easier. Because ultimately, I mean, I do want to work on video games. I have lots of video game ideas. I can't do all the coding myself, but, like, I want to get proficient in UDK, even though UDK will probably... Are you fucking serious? UDK will probably start becoming less functionable, you know? But I can still at least, like, you know, make practice for whatever the next UDK-like thing is, or if they come out with a new model of UDK, like a newer development kit, I can at least be prepared for whatever comes out. I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's like a huge independent games rush, and I'm not trying to, like, ride the bandwagon with that. I've been wanting to produce and develop my own games for a little bit. Unfortunately, when this computer, actually my old computer, no, I believe it was the same one. I think the only difference is I changed my motherboard? Yeah, I changed my motherboard because I got a new one because my old one burnt out. I wanted to get, I wanted to upgrade this computer a lot more, but I never got the chance to. But when that died, I lost all of the other video game software I had that I was, like, you know, trying all sorts of things with. So a lot of kind of my test runs of things and, like, little one-level demo of something ended up getting lost in the process, but it wasn't a big deal. I mean, it was stuff that I wouldn't even consider, like, a beta. So, I'm not that worried about stuff like that. I mean, I've used a little bit of it. I'm not really good at, like, Maya and stuff like that. That stuff, man. But conceptually, I always think of good ideas for video games. This is what I think would be good ideas. It's just executing them and taking the time. Like, I get frustrated after a little bit, which never helps. Curse here, who's like completely blocked in by everything else. Good, come to me. Yeah, by the way, the explosion sword is really good. The only problem is, like, look how badass it looks. But it's really fucking slow. Even the defender is much faster than it. But, ooh, fruit. That's nice. Thank you. I don't know. I just want to get into video game development, like put something out, even if it's not that great, just to put something out there. Because, I don't know, I think it's a good idea. And I kind of hate this, like, the one thing I really, that kind of bothers me about the whole, like, you know, independent game thing is that a lot of, like, smaller studios that work for bigger companies try to produce games that seem like they're independent games, but they're really not. So it's like, well, instead of spending a big budget, we can just cheap out, and these guys can make a game that looks like it was, you know, made independently, but really it's just an extremely low-budget game that doesn't really have the right amount of, you know, fresh idea that normally... Fuck you! Where are you, fish? That doesn't have the right amount of, I don't know, creativity that would normally go into independent game. So. Ooh, split brand. Fuck yeah. Trials box. Yeah, I have like 12 more floors, so I probably shouldn't open that. Yeah, split brands are great. The only problem is if you have like a full inventory, it only splits some stuff, which is kind of irritating, but what can you expect? Let's just... I'll get more of them. Let's eat all this shit. Also, I've been, like, the way I've been thinking recently, that there really isn't an end to, like, ideas on how you can play a video game or how a video game can be made to be like, oh, Twisted Sword. We haven't seen this yet. Yeah, has a chance of dealing really good damage. I also think it causes random status effects. Pretty sure. Actually, we may have seen it before. So, I don't know. I just think that a lot of people kind of, I guess, use the excuse that, you know, there are only so many types of video games, so that way they don't have to think about new games and how to come out with new and interesting ideas or dynamics or ways to play. I mean, certainly companies don't need, you know, don't need to make money off of new and interesting ways to play games. Another vital parasite? Now you're just spitting back the stuff I already have. Jerk off. Oh. You can hear the girls yelling in the other room. They're being all boy crazy. Stop giving me crap. I'm not gonna waste all my port bones. Oh, what was this? Halftime. Halftime's not so bad. Alright, well anyway, let's continue. Because I don't know, I think that there are paths to create new ways to play games. It's just the implementation. Like, I think there have been a lot of creative decisions in terms of how video games play, but I think that incorporating a new style to video games and taking like a kind of new dynamic to play a game hasn't really been fully explored. Alright, I got more shit for you. Have lethargy bones. Fire breath. That's not so bad. Lust bones. Too bad I'm immune to it, home slice. Too bad I'm immune. Alright, let's do fire breath and lust. A purification sword. Since I'm full, I'll just eat this. And we can do... Let's do halftime and experience. Let's see what it gives me. I don't think there's any real order to this. I think other than a few items, everything will always give you like essentially a random result. Yeah, I could deal with homing bones. Or not. Let's just keep doing it. Ah, seeds. Tasty. Naked box. Has an equipped item, may remove all equipment. Well, we'll hold on to that. Maybe we can send that back, because that's like one of those things. Like, you just don't see them all that often. Swing and a miss. But, I don't know. I always feel like even, like, strategy games could have new ways to play, or new ways to keep them exciting, I guess. Because, like, the same old control scheme is nice, or, like, you know, newer, more extreme attacks and stuff like that is cool. But you also, I think, need to add in ways to make things more efficient control-wise. Like, if you really focused on several different control schemes and decided to have people customize them, like, I think it would be a really good idea, especially for major games, to have customized controls and then look at games and see what kind of control schemes people normally pick, especially more like dexterous gamers might pick a better way to play. I don't say then you just make all games with that control scheme, but I think it helps derive more important things like how controllers should develop, how many buttons people actually really need to use, how many buttons are used passively, like you don't need to constantly use them. What are you? Okay. So that way you can kind of say, okay, well, we know that people use the shoulder buttons more frequently for, you know, active game controls, whereas people use the buttons more for passive things like opening a menu or something like that, whereas they use the shoulder buttons more for, you know, shooting or jumping. And then that way you can say, like, well, we need a controller that focuses on these things and make sure that it's comfortable for extended periods, you know, doing these things. And I have so much shit to take back. Let's just use this right out. And have I found the port here yet? No, okay, good. Actually, let's eat 3 experience bones and the port. Because I still have the seed I really want to get out of my inventory. More hope wings. But I don't know. I think that passive data collection like that is good. Like, a lot of people get paranoid about data collection, and like, do you want us to send you things about it? But I really do think that it helps in development. Especially, like, in the long... Oh, I should have been using those rotten bones. Or Yukon wings. Ugh, more boom bones. I know I'm, like, in and out of the menu incessantly in this. You do. Woohoo! 800 vitality. I don't know. Like, some passive data collection I like, some I don't. I think when it comes to, like, configurations or most used settings, or, you know, like, total time of, you know, process, possible glitches and errors that were unforeseen, I think it's very important to focus on those. You know, to make a better, more stable product. What's my vampire up to? 84? I now attack for 84. Well, 86. No, 101 actually, if I have 17 attack. Yeah, 101. So, I don't know. Like, Google search information and stuff like that is not quite as much. Like, it'd be better if you had a button where you press something to say, like, you know, I didn't find what I was looking for. And then you type it, and then you type in what it is, and then they try to figure out a way to make it more accessible or find more sites that would be helpful for what you're looking for. Not to send you, but to, you know, make things better in the long run. I really think there's not enough. Oh, of course it's rotten, so I basically wasted a bone. But I don't know. Too many people get this Big Brother idea in their head, and it's kind of crazy. Also, not to mention that a lot of people pirate things, so then they don't want their pirating activities monitored. I mean, sometimes it's annoying, especially if it's like big ones, like, you know, oh, we're sending back these results, which is, you know, a 7 megabyte upload. Please, like, wait. It takes like 3 hours for it to upload. And you're just like, okay, that was really annoying. Like, my computer was like slowed up because you did all this. I mean, it's the same thing with updating. I hate doing Microsoft updates more than anything else. And it's not because it's like invasive or whatever, it's because half of the time it like craps something out. Or my computer has like functioning issues because they screwed something else up while they were trying to fix something else. Or like that fucking Microsoft Silverlight bullshit. Or you get, you know, these long-ass updates, and I'm, like, sitting there like, look, I went on my computer to use my computer. I don't, like, set my computer to upload before I go to sleep, or, like, update while I'm asleep. Like, yeah, you can set auto-update times, but there's no guarantee my computer's even going to be on at that time. Like, get real. I mean, yeah, technically, I guess I should leave it up to do updates and stuff, but, nah, I'm lazy. I don't know. It's like the Flash Player updates. Like, I got a recent Flash Player update, and now I can't watch, like, any videos in full screen because they, like, lag up and they don't, like, play fully. So, like, the audio will be fine, but the video will just start skipping huge chunks of frames. And I'll be like, what just happened? And I go to rewind, and it'll, like, play part of it, and then won't play another part that I just saw. So I'm like, can I just watch this video in its entirety instead of, like, having to rewind and clip it? Like, watch it, like, 6 times just to get the freaking video right. So that way it actually plays all of the video. Annoying. really like what I like spending my time on. Alright, no, we're done. We're out of here. I don't care that there's another one of the big head guys floating around. I should also start getting another sword prepared in case something happens to my vampire, or I, like, lose it, break it, it rolls over its attacks, or whatever, like its attack power rolls over. Alright, let's just open this. Trident sword, get the fuck out of here. Whatever. So yeah. I know I ramble on about a lot of subjects. I don't know. I always think about, like, when I rewatch my LPs and stuff, like, sometimes I'm kind of like, ugh, God, I can't believe how long I ranted for. But in other times I'm kind of like, well, yeah, it's interesting. I also kind of like when people go on rants. I mean, I always think it's interesting to see people's opinions on things. I mean, I know some people think, like, opinions are like assholes, everybody has them, and most of them stink. But, I don't know. Yeah, let's cook you alive. Good riddance. Watch, now there'll be like 3 pieces of meat down here. They're all burned. There's nothing. Yeah, let's go to the farthest one. So yeah, I don't know. Delirious and I are kind of in a debate about stuff. Not like bad, but well, we don't know if we're gonna leave Savannah. Like, we want to stay because there are like connections here and stuff. Like people that we know who are into video games and in video games, like work with them. I mean, granted, like one of her like friend of a friend told the story about how he's like a designer, or like a level designer from blah 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 blah, and like he works from home on, you know, world terrain maps and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, I don't really believe that story, because a lot of work is done in studio, especially for something as big as what he says he does, and the stuff that isn't is usually, you know, sent to another country. And like, like, I told her, I was like, it sounds bullshit. Like, it sounds like he's literally bullshit. And, she asked him about it again, and they kinda pussyfooted around it. I was like, you know, he's probably not a regular, he probably just did a freelance thing, and then he thinks he works in the industry. And, I don't know. It just seemed really, like, speculative to me. Maybe they paralyze you when they clap. I don't remember. But, I don't know. I just think it sounded like absolute horseshit. But basically, he hasn't... I asked Delirious to kind of ask, and nobody would kind of be forthright about what studio or anything, what company he works for. I mean, I understand that some people have, like, NDAs, but... I don't know. You can usually at least say you work for the company. It's not like they want you to be cloak and dagger about everything. It's different from being like, oh, here's my preliminaries for, you know, Doom 4. Look, here's the maps and all the monsters we've already created. You know, and being like, oh, I work for, you know, id software, whatever you want to call it. So, I don't know. And then on top of that, usually when people freelance like that, they're probably, you know, like, friend of a friend, and that's how they got the job, or whatever. Oh, a glue brand, how helpful. But, let's throw this at the next enemy. I don't think it's all that great of an opportunity. Do I have anything else to throw? Not really. Fuck you. Oh, Temperance. A new one. I'm gonna have to send that back, so I guess, let's see. If we have 4 spaces left, I might get the last Sephira, then Fool, Temperance, and Appraisal. So yeah, that would be the 4 that I'd send back. I mean, I want to send the Split Brand back. I don't know. I mean, the Appraisal brand, I might see if I can get a Me brand later and just do that, because that might be a little bit easier. I'm gonna save. Actually, you know what? Let's just open it. And it's a fucking Resurrect. I have enough spare, like, extra bones that I'm not too concerned about. Oh, there's more over here. I'm not too concerned about running out of health anytime soon. I mean, on later floors, maybe, but... Thank you for doing that attack, even though you did not need to. But I don't know. I always take people's word with a grain of salt. Unless they're, like, you know, trustworthy about it. Woohoo! Let's eat an experience bone. Another poison torturer. How lovely. What are you? Oh, marrow. Let's use that. Oh god, I have a lot of bones. I knew they caused another status effect. The good part is, even if you are confused, you can usually use the targeting and it won't confuse you. If you just swipe, because you always swipe forward. Oh, I was kind of hoping to finish this floor. I don't want to interrupt on another floor again. Oh, hello. There's no other doors open up around here? Alright, Let's send Temperance back because it's new. I mean, I don't care as much about the split brand. Like, it's nice and all, but I'd rather get something that might expand the bag first. And also with the Fool, I might get to... I think when you throw Sephiroth back to the Baroque Monger, he'll always read them in order. Like, you won't get like 1, 4, 7. I think he always reads them. Every one you throw is like 1, 2, 3, 4. So even if you've gotten like 6 of them and you throw them back, I'm pretty sure it will still do it. Alright, so I still have 3 more spaces. I know you can use the split brand and you can send back all the Sephiroth, so if you get 1, you can split them. Or use the box and split them, as long as the Baroque Monger hasn't identified them and they're listed as like a new one. I believe he will keep reading new messages on them, as long as you don't throw back the one you're attempting to clone. Because I think each one is like an individual Baroque, so to speak. Oh, look. Alright. Maybe it's this floor that has it? I don't know. I'm gonna wait for a Me brand on that one. That one may be my last one to throw back, but I do want to throw as many Sephiroths back as possible. And save 1 space for either the Appraisal or the last Sephiroth. Alright, we need a lot of... let's see... I'll just eat a shit ton of pork bones. Alright, there we go. And experience bone. Seed. Fruit. Ah, 3 hits for them now. I think some enemies have a natural reduction. Like, they reduce whatever damage you take, or take, like, certain numbers of hits instead, because some monsters, like, especially earlier ones, like the frog-shouldered guys, there's no way they can take, you know, what? Now it's 103 damage. I mean, even then it was still, like, 70 or 80 damage. Whatever that equates to in your actual hit. I need to get my attack up so they stop using that stupid bubble thing. Alright, let's go back here, because I think I heard one back here, so let's take a look. No, maybe it was just the music. Getting a lot of lag. Weirdness. Oh. Double meats. Will this max me out? No. There's a lot to go before I get maxed out health-wise. And experience ended. Sadness. Not really. I have enough experience bones anyway. Sudden quiet moment. And by the way, the off-tempo of your footsteps is the way it is in the game, in case you're wondering. It isn't like lag, that's actually pretty much what it sounds like. There is a little like staticky undertone, because I have really sensitive ears to certain things. There's like a staticky undertone to the walking at the end. That's part of like the recompiled sound. Also, I kind of miss when games like, you know, you could buy soundtracks even if they weren't that great. Or like they would come with like soundtrack discs. Like when they really like applauded their own music. which I always liked. I also really want to get one of those, one that has all the video game sounds, like, and music already plugged into it, and you can get, like, packs of video game music, and then you can just listen to them. Basically, they're like a MIDI player, whatever, but... And then just burn a bunch of random CDs of random video game music and try to guess them. Although half of them would probably be absolutely indistinguishable. I don't know. I just... Some video game sound and music I really like, but since there's nothing else really equivalent... Especially not to, like, old 8-bit sound. Or, like, even, like, 16-bit music. I mean, come on, Castlevania theme. Stuff like that. And, like, come on, Sonic the Hedgehog music, even Mario music, classic. But it's, like, has this, like, addictive quality that I always liked. Like, they made the sound, like... this right amount of pleasing to the ears. I mean, yeah, there are some games that have, like, awful screeching music. Most of the music in, like, Blaster Master drives me nuts. But there is a lot of really good video game music, and I don't know. Like, all the Silent Hill music is pretty damn awesome. And I always liked that they came with, like, soundtrack discs and stuff like that. A lot of the Atlas games come with soundtracks. Oh, another Mii brand. Let's see what I can Mii brand. How about we Mii brand the appraisal, and then I don't have to send the appraisal back. There's a lot to this map. Whatever. We have 9 floors to go, and holy shit, I am way over time. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop here, and I will see you in the next episode of Let's Play Baroque. With me, Mark Dice. See you later.